Hey, my beautiful kings and queens. It's a little bit gloomy outside, but I just decided to take a little walk. And I just want to tell some people that this next season that you are about to embark on, not everybody will be able to afford you. And when I say afford you, I am not talking about monetary value. I am talking in terms of energy. I'm talking in terms of vibration. I am talking in terms of what it takes to be able to stay in your presence, to interact with you. Because of the trial and the tribulations that you faced, because of the inner work that you've done, the shadow work, because of the current change in mentality and the current change in vibration, not everybody is going to be able to afford you or to be able to afford what it takes to remain in your presence. If you were a former people pleaser and you have done the work on yourself and decided now that you are going to finally put yourself first, you decided that now you are going to do the things that you find that balance you out and do the things that are in alignment with your soul. The people that were used to you in your people pleasing stage, the people that were used to you when you did not have boundaries, the people that were used to you when you lack self-respect, they probably won't be able to afford your energy now, because now you have standards, now you have boundaries. The disrespect that you used to take in past seasons, you may no longer feel led to take the disrespect. The boundaries that were so easily crossed in your last season, they are not so easily crossed in this season. And the work that you did, that work was expensive, because the work that you did on yourself, the work that you put into your character, the work that you put into your self-improvement and your self-growth, it was very pricey. It was pricey because you paid in tears. It was pricey because you paid in emotion. It was pricey because you paid by cutting out certain aspects of yourself. You lost yourself along the way. And after you lost yourself, you had to go back and find yourself. And that is very pricey. So like I said, it's not about monetary value, it's about energy exchange. And when you understand that everything in the universe is energy, when you understand that everything is comprised of energy, life force, the cost now to access your life force, the cost now to access your presence has gone up. It now costs more respect. It now costs more value. It now costs more dignity. It now costs more equal energy exchange. So for those that did the work last season, there are going to be a lot of people that can no longer afford you. And like I said, nothing to do with monetary value. It's mostly about respect. When your old self dies, and like I said, you'll have many lifetimes of you dying. You'll have many stages of the old you passing away. When you died in your last stage, in terms of the soul that once was, and you transformed into something new, with you, your value system changed. The things that you were holding important in that last season, they no longer have that importance. So people are coming along expecting to meet the old you. People are coming along expecting to meet the you that would take the disrespect and be quiet. People are coming along hoping to see the old you that that would take the nonsense. And because you've done the work, and because you put in the the time into yourself, into your character, into making sure that you are the best individual that you possibly can be. The people, whether they be family, whether they be friends, some of them can no longer afford you. Some of them can no longer afford the individual that you are becoming. Some of them cannot afford or won't do the work necessary to stay in your presence. It's a sad thing too when the old you dies. It's a sad thing. It's a grieving, because you will lose people that you once vibed with. You'll lose them because now you are no longer on an energetic level that they are on, whether they elevate, you elevate, or vice versa. You'll no longer be on their frequency, and it is a grieving process because you're so used to being able to pick up the phone and being able to call so and so. You're so used to being able to call so and so and vent, but now the frequencies don't match. Now the frequencies is push and pull and push, and you can recognize now that, hey, we're no longer in alignment. And like I said, it's a grieving because now the price went up. So now when they come, they gotta come correct. Now when they speak to you, they have to address you with a certain level of respect. No more kiki, no more disrespect, no more underhanded jokes, no more stepping out of bounds, no more trying to sabotage you, no more trying to get in between your relationships, no more trying to set traps for you, because now your eyes are open and you're so aware now. You're aware, and they will grieve it too. The people that were doing these things to you, they'll be in grieving too. Not just you, because they're grieving the old you. They're grieving the you that said yes to everything. They're grieving the you that would put up with their foolishness because they couldn't do it to anybody else. They're grieving the you that would jump at the drop of a dime. They're grieving the you that didn't have boundaries, because when you didn't have boundaries, they could get away with what they wanted to get away with. So you're not the only one grieving. They are grieving too. And like I said, the price just went up, and it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with money. And what's dangerous too is being around people that won't allow for your growth. What's dangerous too is being around people that see your growth as a threat, whether it be your mental growth, whether it be progress in your business, whether it be progress on your job. If you are around people that have a stagnant mind or a stagnant mindset, just by you growing and just by you changing, they might not be able to deal with that. But it's like, how do you expect a caterpillar to stay in the cocoon for the rest of its life? It has to break out and it has to spread its wings. So you got to get away from people who have that cocoon mentality, that this is where I am, this is where I'm going to stay, I'm not going to change. And because they will stop you from spreading your wings, they will stop you from coming out of the cocoon. So it's rough. Change is rough. Growth is rough. Growth is painful, especially for the ones that were so used to getting over on you. Growth is hard, because whether they be family or friends, for so many years they were just so used to you being the old you, so used to you lacking boundaries, lacking self-respect. And here you go now, you're out of the cocoon, you're spreading your wings, and it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. When the butterfly comes out of the cocoon, its wings may be a little bit fragile. It may be still a little bit like wet, you know? So they have to stretch it, kind of exercise it a little bit. And then when the wings finally, get that strength, then they can take off. So for a lot of you, this is the season that you're in. You've been in that cocoon. You're now emerging, but your wings may feel a little bit awkward. Your wings may feel like they don't have enough strength. But I'm telling you that if you made it through the cocoon season, you're destined to fly. You are destined to take off. And like I said, the energy that you now require, the respect that you now require, the loyalty that you now require is on a whole another level. And yeah, you're gonna lose a lot, but you'll also gain a lot in that process. So change, while it is inevitable, it's it's definitely for your good. So I just want to encourage you guys to continue to grow and spread your wings in this season. And don't feel bad when you start losing people, friends, family members. You have to grow. It's your time to fly. Love you guys. Have a good day.